First thing is the portfolio dashboard.
Okay, and I think maybe we'll wait for Martha to come back in to do the portfolio dashboard.
She asked me to change one of the loans to the bottom of the list. Now I gotta change another one.
She
for her.
did. And we got Mike on the road. So.
Hi, Mike.
Good
morning.
Eat your
Oh,
sandwich.
yeah, we're watching you eat breakfast.
I had my
You're muted.
shot.
You're muted,
Chat
Mike.
about the dashboard, Martha.
Okay.
I had a shot in my back, and I rewarded myself with breakfast.
You're excused. So Martha, go ahead with the portfolio.
Okay. The first client, the massage therapist, has not made a payment, although she has indicated she will be bringing in a payment. The farm that's listed here did make a payment, the manufacturer made a payment, and the food services business made a payment. So everyone is caught up except for loan client A, and we're working with them.
Okay. Have a motion to accept that.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Police, do we have a quorum? Oh,
All right. You want to change that Cascades to the bottom of the list?
yes.
Okay, so we'll go to the Depot Deli loan.
Okay, Depot Deli. It's a sole proprietor located in Copay. It's a deli and grocery store. They are looking for $22,000. They qualify for the $2,200 Columbia Forward Grant. And this will be a 72-month note with a monthly payment of $341.69. And because this is a Columbia Forward loan, it also qualifies for the interest rate of 3.75%.
And they just kind of fell on tough times during COVID, is that, or it seems like after COVID? Was it tough for them?
They really haven't fully recovered. Their original ask was for $50,000. We asked them to really pare it back. And we're going to ask not only the owner to sign a personal guarantee, but his partner, who is also an owner of the property.
Any more questions? Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Moving along to Hallie Goodman.
Yeah, Howard Goodman Design. That's also a sole proprietorship located in Galatia. It's an interior design firm. She is asking for $25,000. This also qualifies for the Columbia Forward Grant of 10%. It'll be a 72-month term with monthly payments of $388.29. The interest rate, again, 3.75%. It's a working capital loan and will have a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of the principal, who I've known for many years. She actually went through the micro business seminar series a number of years ago.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Let's answer if there's any questions first.
I had no questions, and no one else seemed to ask any questions, so I figured let's move on, this one looks good.
All right, with no questions, we have a motion and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Moving on down to Hudson Strength Lab.
Yeah, they just opened. They're right up the street on Green Street. Did a renovation, a nice renovation in there. It's a health and fitness facility. They are looking for a $25,000 loan. They also just qualified for a $25,000 grant through the micro enterprise program. This doesn't qualify for the Columbia Forward program because it's a new business. But it is a 72-month note. The payment is $435.29 per month. The interest rate on this one is 7 3/4. And the purpose is equipment and working capital. And once again, we'll have a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of both principals. And they also went through the micro business program, both of them.
I was curious, what's their membership
Price
right now, like how many people do they have?
I don't know what it is currently. They literally opened 2 weeks
They
ago.
just opened.
But they have a following. One of the principals worked at one of the CrossFit gyms, and I forget where the other one worked.
Not sure. She was a massage massage therapist.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're bringing in existing clientele.
And so far, apparently, the feedback has been very positive. It's essentially, it's a new building. They did a beautiful renovation.
Any more questions? I'll entertain the motion. To approve?
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor? So moved.
Thank you.
Moving right along to Meat Hook Loan.
Yeah, so Meat Hook Hudson LLC, a butcher shop and grocery store, now open on Warren Street. Their request of us is a $50,000 loan that we've divided between the two loan funds. Term on both loans, 72 months, total monthly payment being $870.57. Interest rate of 7.75%, purpose being equipment purchase and working capital, with the collateral being a lien on business assets and a personal guarantee of principal. You may recall that we had approved a loan with Meat Hook last year that we allowed it to expire, so he came back to us with a revised amount. That's Meat Hook Hudson LLC.
What was the issue? You couldn't find space or?
He had some delays and a change in location.
Yeah.
And actually a reduction in his budget. He had, his original request of us was $75,000.
They opened in my neighborhood in Brooklyn and they're amazing. It's like the
Yeah,
best
I
butcher
guess-
you've ever been
I had
to.
some sausage last week this week.
Yeah, like highly recommend them, yeah.
Great.
Any questions? I'll entertain the motion. Motion made and seconded. All in favor? So moved. Stony Kill Coffee.
Stony Kill Coffee, another graduate of ours from the micro business enterprise, located in Chatham. They are a wholesale retail coffee roaster and cafe. His request of us is a $15,000 SBA microloan. As a new business, does not give him the grant or the lower interest rate, but a 60-month note of $302.35 a month, again, 7.75% interest. Equipment inventory purchases, as well as some working capital with a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of principal. That is Stony Kill Coffee LLC. And again, his business did receive grants from the micro enterprise program that we're now wrapping up.
Any questions on Stony Kill?
How many coffee shops are there in Chatham? It's gonna be like, it's gonna be the only one.
Said it's the first one.
The first coffee specific.
And then there's a partner doing the vinyl records.
Partner doing the final record, so a
Stony
little
Hill
bit of a
Coffee
spin.
and Records is his.
And are they sharing the lease?
Yes.
And what is one the primary holder of the lease? Or
Well, we asked him to hold the lease in his name. It was hard to approve this if the other partner was involved. And he shows in his financials that he can cover the payment. So that's how it's gonna work. And then he'll collect from the final guy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, Coffee and Records.
What's it now?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Okay. Bringing us to Young
Young
Roses.
Roses.
Yeah, Young Roses Hair Company LLC, a business located in Greene County. They are a mobile barbershop. His request of us was a $15,000 SBA microloan over 60 months. Again, at $302.35 as a monthly payment. Interest rate being 7.75%. Purpose of the loan, equipment purchase and working capital. Collateral being a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of the principal. I'll make note of the detailed write-up that we had shared with you late last week. There is a contingency on this loan as mentioned in the detailed write-up.
Any questions? Entertain a motion. Motion made and seconded.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about mobile barber shops lately,
It's a
so.
great idea.
He operated a storefront here in Hudson and then
Oh, okay.
moved over to Green County and has outfitted a bus.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, there was a long-standing barber shop in, Catskill forever, and then the guy sold the business and I think like it's displaced some people, so I keep seeing people ask about mobile barber shops on all the community boards.
Right, so we have a motion seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, I think we got all the loans, or no,
That's it,
Cascades,
that's it,
yeah,
right.
back up to the top.
Back at the beginning, so, since my husband benefited from the sale of the Cascades name, we asked Brian Zweig to do the write-up on this so that there was no conflict. And I'm happy to leave the room if you want to discuss it with me, not in the room.
I don't see a
Conflict with Rich at this point.
All right. Steve.
all right, so Cascades Cafe, here in Hudson, a restaurant food truck, with plans to base here at Return Brewing. Their request of us is a $45,000 loan that we've divided between the two loan funds. Both loans at 72 months. Total monthly payment of $783.52, interest rate of 7.75%. Equipment inventory purchases with some working capital, and the collateral being a lien on the business assets and personal guarantee at a principal. It's Cascades Cafe LLC.
Any questions?
So was she open, is this just gonna be a lunch spot? And I noticed there's no weekends.
I think it's going to just try to get started to see what kind of timing works for her in terms of staffing and demand, and make changes accordingly from there.
Yeah, because that was my thought, it was like, it seemed opposite for 8 hours, she's not operating weekends, it's kind of lunch. But still not a bad spot.
Any more questions? Entertain a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Loan Committee Charter. Advised,
It's what the, it was approved at the annual meeting, but we're taking it to the committees to have them approve it, and then the full, it'll go to the full board. And then we make the second there.
right? And all we need to do is make a motion to accept it.
Is it revised and stuff?
It is, that's the new one, yeah.
You'll recall that all of our charters were reviewed by the Governance and Nominating Committee and Andy Howard when we reviewed the bylaws, which we amended at the annual meeting. And this is just the follow-up for each committee to approve and then have the full board approve at the following meeting.
We need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, all in favor? So moved. And then we need a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Mike, do you have anything for us?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. First, my apologies. They called me and said I could get a shot for my back, so they did it this morning. And were quick enough to allow me to join you. I just want to compliment Martha and Steve on the micro enterprise program that they have been implementing. Back almost 6 or 8 months ago, we applied, we requested that the county apply for a $300,000 grant from the Office of Community Renewal. That would enable us to provide loan grant money, 100% grant, up to $25,000. And Martha, could you just give an overview of how the program has shaped up and some of the work that you and Steve have done to make it a success?
So it was a requirement in order to qualify for the grant that they complete a training program. So we pulled together a 4-week training program on very short order. That took place in April. We started out with 19 participants. You didn't have to be an applicant for the micro enterprise program, but everyone was except for one. But then three other businesses ended up pulling their application. It was difficult to qualify, and if the owner of the business didn't fall into the low to moderate income category, they had to hire somebody in that category, and some of them weren't quite ready to hire a full-time employee. So we ended up with 13, I think, applications, all of whom completed the training program and submitted all of the paperwork, and there was quite a bit. They had to have a business plan and projections. As it turns out, we were able to fund all 13 of them. And so we've been having grant closings, similar to a loan closing. They have to sign a grant agreement, they have to sign a personal guarantee, they have to sign a photo release for New York State, and I think we've closed, is it 6 or 7, Steve?
6 so far.
We've closed 6 of them, so it's a reimbursement grant. So now that they've signed that grant agreement, they go out and purchase the equipment or the inventory or spend the working capital, which is what they had to put in their budget. Then they come to us with receipts and they get reimbursed by New York State. And again, this is a county program. We are the sub-recipient, and so we're managing it on behalf of Columbia County. I think it's been a success.
Absolutely.
I think that we've received numerous emails from the participants expressing their appreciation for the program itself, but also for the work that Martha and Steve have done to implement it. And you know, it's just it's taken considerable amount of their time while we also have a high loan demand. And I just want to not only thank them, but congratulate them for kicking this program off. I believe once the applicants and grantees use the money, 80% of the money they will get reimbursed by the state. So there is some administrative work for us to do in terms of reviewing their receipts and processing the reimbursement forms. But when 80% of the money has been reimbursed, we're eligible to apply for another grant to do this again. And I think certainly with the effort that Martha and Steve have put into it, the second tranche of grant funding will be much smoother and less time. So congratulations, Steve and Martha. The other two items. The other 2 items, Mr. Chairman, the SBA microloan administrative staff in Washington asked Martha to assist a new SBA micro lender in South Carolina. Martha, was it?
Yes.
And Martha participated in a Zoom call with the people at that new office. And afterwards, our contact in Washington, Keith, wrote an email to Martha telling her she was a rock star, which we know, but you know, with all that she has going on, to take time to do that and to reinforce our relationship, you know, with the micro lending administrative staff in Washington, you know, is also is something I'm proud of her efforts and appreciate them, and want the board and the committee to be aware of that. So thank you, Martha. And
You're welcome. On that call too.
And after Dan Rickman came to do our annual meeting keynote, which I have gotten great responses from his remarks as well, they asked me to participate in an hour-and-a-half focus group where they had a consultant interview us and have a dialogue amongst 8 of us from around the country to express what we felt the strengths and weaknesses were of the SBA regional office and district office and lending programs. And I created a new category. We were to rate them 1 to 5, so I created a category of 6, just in case it does get back to them, although they did say it was confidential. But it was a great opportunity to hear what people are doing in Texas and Nevada and Boston and New Hampshire. It was quite a diverse group, and there were 3 of the 8 were micro lenders. The others were focused on other SBA programs. So, you know, again, we also got the quarterly statements from the SBA regional office, and I don't have them in front of me. I'll have them for the board meeting. But Martha and Steve, we were ahead of Pursuit again, weren't we? And Pursuit does microloans statewide. And then there's the Southern Tier group and the Adirondack group, and we were way ahead of them in our loan efforts. So it's really been getting, at one point 2 or 3 years ago, we had about 60% of our available funds on the street. And I think we're close to 75 or almost 80. But at the same time, Martha and Steve have worked on a spreadsheet, and I know Steve has a special name for it, where we are looking at how fast we can put money on the street in a way that gets it back to us so we can stay lending forever. And obviously on the SBA side, that will depend on us applying for and getting additional funding from the SBA. And Martha, when will we be in a position to request that? And should we get committee approval now and board approval at our next board meeting, so that when the application window is opened, we're not in a situation of having a time gap between approvals?
To draw down additional funds, Mike?
Yeah, should we get the committee to approve it and then the board, so that when Keith opens the window, you're able to make application and not wait for approvals?
I don't think we're quite there. Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do that next month.
Okay, all right, okay. Then you were going to ask for $1 million this time?
Yes.
Okay, great. One thing that was interesting, the lady in Texas was, her only negative comment about micro lending was that their administrative technical assistance grant had been cut. And as you recall, ours was only reduced by $8,000 or $10,000. So I didn't say anything about that, but obviously, we were fortunate and recognized for the work that CEDC does in this area by not being having a significant cut that resulted in bringing it to their attention. So again, things are going very well. When you looked at the fact there's only 1.5 clients who are late out of the number of clients and the number of dollars on the street, it's a wonderful program and serving a lot of people and helping businesses in Columbia County. So thank you to Martha and Steve, and also to Lisa and Kat and Riley, who in the course of the day provided assistance to them in their efforts. So thank you, everyone.
Okay.
And finally, thank the committee and the board, because without your oversight and engagement and insights into the individual loans, we wouldn't be able to be successful either. So thank you.
Got everyone in the room.
Sorry,
All right.
Chris, we can't make loans on housing, so we can't thank you on this one, but you're doing great too there.
Comments? All right, nothing else, nobody from the public besides that, so I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great holiday weekend.